Okay, let's start in child's pose. Knees together or apart. Walk your hands forward, long sides of your rib cage, forehead to the floor. Nice deep breaths into your abdomen. Relax onto your mat. And let's walk hands over to the left, grasp your right wrist with your left hand and pull back through your right hip. Breathe deeply into the right side. And let's walk hands over to the right, same thing. Grab your left wrist, reach back through your left hip. Breathe into the left side of your body. And let's come back to center, come up on the fingertips, and really lengthen through the sides of your body. And then let's come up onto all fours. Let's do some cat-cows here. Inhale as you drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. Continue at the pace of your breath. And let's stop in the middle after your next cat. So we're going to be doing some big hip circles now. So you're going to lifting the right knee, bring your knee out to the side, reach back, and then bring the knee in. Big circles with your hip. Really feeling the whole movement of that hip joint. And then let's step that right foot through. And sink down into the left hip. Curl your back toes under, lift the back knee. Let's bring the right fingertips to the inside of the right leg. Set the back heel down and twist out to the left. So abdomen in, back leg strong. Squeezing the glutes to really open the hips wide. And then let's turn back to the mat, framing your front foot with your hands, set the back knee down, and let's come into a hamstring stretch, bringing the hips back. Maybe you want to sit your hips all the way back onto your heel, flex your toes to the ceiling, and feel the stretch in the back of your right leg. Let's come forward again into our low lunge. And again, let's lift the back knee off the floor, bring the right hand in front of the right foot, and open up again to the side. Back heel is down, back leg strong. And now from here, it's going to take some core strength. So abdomen in, straighten your front leg as you lift up into triangle. So the right hand is lightly in front of the right shins. Using your core muscles to keep your torso floating here. Reach up through your left hand. And then we're going to come back down into our lunge. Set the back knee down and come back and onto all fours. Let's do some big hip circles on the left now. So lifting the left knee up and out, straighten the leg back and come back in. Big circular motion with your hip. Keeping your abdomen strong here to support this motion, support the weight of your leg. Let's step the left foot through, sinking down into your low lunge. And let's curl the back toes under. Place the left hand on the inside of the left leg. Back heel down, open your right arm up to the ceiling. Strong legs here. Engage your abdomen. Squeeze your glutes to feel your hips opening wide. And then coming back down into our little lunge, back knee down, and let's sit back into our hamstring stretch on the left leg. So maybe your hips are coming all the way back onto your heel. Left toes are flexing to the ceiling. And just make sure you're feeling a stretch on the back of your left leg here. Come forward into your low lunge again. And let's pop that back knee up. Left hand in front of the left foot. Again, set the back heel down, open out to the side, right arm up. And again, this time we're going to come into triangle from here, so straighten the front leg. And the back of your left hand lightly resting against the inside of the left shin. Reach your right arm up. Lengthening your spine to the side. And let's come back down into our low lunge. Back knee down. Back to all fours. Let's walk the hands forward into our melting heart pose. Hips over knees. Open up your shoulders and chest. Chin or forehead to the floor. Feel your chest melting towards the mat. And walk the hands back to all fours. So from here, we're going to come into downward dog. So hands forward a little bit, curl your back toes under, lift your hips. Pedal the feet out a little bit here, bending one knee at a time. Pressing the floor away from you using your fingers and knuckles. And then legs still, a little bend in the knees, lift your hips. And let's lift the right leg in the air. And we're going to do hip circles here. So bend your right knee, bring the right knee in and down and then out to the side. This time you don't have to straighten your leg, just keep it bent and do some big hip circles here. And then we're going to step that right foot forward in between our hands, coming into our lunge here. So again, let's bring the right hand in front of the right foot, set the back heel down, open to the side. And we're going to lift up into triangle, straighten that front leg. Arms stretching in opposite directions. And now we're going to do big circle with the left arm. So bring the left arm forward, down, back, and up. Nice deep breath. Exhale as you come down, and inhale as you come up. Let's do a few more of those with your breath. Nice smooth motion. A lot of core strength required here. We're going to stop at the top. We're going to come back down to our lunge. And then step back into three-legged dog, lift your right leg up. And then let's bend the right knee, just open the hips out to the side. Feeling that nice stretch in your hips. And square the hips, right foot down. Bring your left leg up, let's bend the left knee and do some big circles with the left hip. Going down and in and then out and up. Just trying to feel the full range of motion in your hip here. And then let's step the left foot forward. Coming into our lunge. Place the left hand on the inside of left foot. Back heel down, open out to the side. And then straighten the front leg, triangle. Reaching down with the left fingers, up with the right fingers. And now starting with a deep breath. You exhale, bring the right arm forward and down, and inhale back and up. Continue this motion, moving with your breath. One more time. Pause at the top and come down into your lunge. Let's lift the back leg up into three-legged dog. And then bend your left knee, open your hips out to the side. Squeezing that left heel in as you lift your knee. And then square the hips, left foot down. Let's come forward into plank. And then we're going to come onto side plank, right arm lifting. So you're on the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your hips. Now bend your right knee, and we're going to step into our low lunge with the right foot forward. Step left foot next to right, and we're going to come up into chair pose. Lift your arms, reach through the pinky side of your hands. Body weight back in your heels so your knees are not coming past your toes. And then palms together. Let's twist to the right. Look up to the ceiling, squeeze your legs together. And now shift your weight to your right foot. Let's step the left foot back, keeping the twist. Into lunge with the twist. Untwist. Let's straighten the front leg. Turn to face the side of your mat. We're going to keep the heels in, toes facing at 45-degree angle. Hands on your hips, bend forward. We can take a couple breaths here, just feeling the stretch in the legs and lower back. And then let's bend into the left knee and point the right toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing your palms together at the center of your chest. See if you can have your heel down on the floor. Hands to the floor, let's switch sides, bending into the right knee. Flex your left toes to the ceiling. See if you can get your spine tall. Let's switch sides again, hands to the floor, going over to the left. Feeling this stretch in the hips and in the back of the right leg. And one more time, back to the right. And then turn face the front, low lunge. And let's step back to plank. All right, side plank on the other side, left hand lifts. Lift your hips. Space in your shoulders, no collapsing. Bend your left knee up towards your stomach and let's turn, face the front. Low lunge, left leg forward. Step right foot next to left. Bend nice and low. Chair pose, arms up. Body weight back in your heels. Palms together, let's twist to the left. Body weight in the heels, stomach in. Look up. And then weight in your left foot. Let's see if you can step that right foot back. Low, lunge with a twist. Untwist. And I honestly can't remember what we did next. Step back and plank. And let's bring knees down to the floor. Child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Oh, that's right. We did the side squats after that. All right, coming back into plank pose. Let's step both feet forward. Coming into dangle, feet hip width apart, knees bent. And then toe healing the feet together, stomach in, let's round up, arms coming out to the side, lift up, arms up towards the ceiling. And palms together at the center of your chest. Now lift your right leg. We're going to come into our standing figure 4. So right knee comes out to the side, place the right ankle on the left knee, and sit down. Body weight back in your heel. Chest lifted. And then lift back to standing. You keep your right knee lifted. And then see if you can grab the right ankle and bring that right knee back. Left arm forward and kick your right ankle into your hand. Try to keep your hips facing forward. Your chest lifting away and out of your waist. And slowly come back to standing. So other side. Let's lift the left knee. Coming into figure 4. Bend, sit down. Hips back, chest lifted. See how low you can go. But again, trying not to let the knee come forward too much. As much as you can, knee over ankle. And come back to standing. Let's grab the left ankle with the left hand. Bring the knee behind you. Right arm forward, and then kick back. That left ankle into your left hand. Coming into a back bend here. Again, trying to keep the hips square. Left hip forward. And slowly come out, feet together, arms down. Let's do that one more time. Lift the right knee. Right ankle to left knee. And sit down, figure four. Come to standing, grab the right ankle with your right hand. Come into our standing bow. Right hip forward, kick your right leg back. Think about making a back bend here. And slowly come out. Other side, lift the left knee. Figure four, sit down. Try to keep the upper body back. Eyes focused, one point for balance. And slowly come back up. Grab the left ankle. Right arm forward, left knee back. Hopefully stretching open that left shoulder a bit. And slowly feet together, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're just going to come to seated. So if this is hard on your knees, you can always just do a cross-legged version. Or you can do the full shoelace version. But we're gonna try square today. So you're gonna bring your right shin parallel to the top of your mat, and then see if you can stack your left shin right on top. So both shins are parallel to the top of your mat. And maybe there's a big space between your knees, knee and foot, that's okay. But as we hold this, maybe that'll get a little smaller. If you're comfortable folding forward, you can start to fold forward and see if that feels good as a stretch for your outer hips. So again, if this is feeling too torquey on your knees, you can just bring knees more in towards the center of your body and just try stacking your knees. All right, we'll slowly release. Let's bring the feet hip width apart, lean back, do some windshield wipers. And then we'll switch legs. So left leg on the bottom, right leg on the top. Totally normal for one side to feel a lot different than the other. And slowly release. So again, let's just bring soles of your feet to the floor, hip width apart, do some windshield wipers. And we're gonna try one more stretch for quads. So let's sit with your left knee pointing to the left and your right knee pointing to the left. You're going to pull your right heel into your right hip and then just widen the space between your knees. And see if you can start to feel a stretch on the top of your right quad. So let's pull that right heel in and then roll your right hip forward. And release. Let's switch sides. So let's bring both knees pointing over to the right. Let's grab that left heel, pull it into your butt, and then widen the space between your knees and roll the left hip forward. So it's almost like you're coming into pigeon, but your hips are off to the side. All right, release. Come all the way onto your back. Let's just do a few breaths of happy baby here. Whatever way you want to do it. And then release your legs out long, arms by your sides. Relax onto your mat. And just focus on your abdomen rising and falling with your breath. Any thoughts that might enter into your head, you can acknowledge them and then let them go. If any of your thoughts have stuck, and let them go now. Bring your focus back to your breath. And now begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. If you'd like, bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then either turn onto your side and push up from there or roll on your spine back to seated.